Alright, hey y'all, Lance here with another video for you, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Now, I haven't done much on this one, because even though I was planning on continuing the maze build today, I've been working on it so much on my own that I'll have to show you guys what I've done at a later time. And by that, I mean the maze build in Subnautica Below Zero. So, big shock, I'm still in the process of grinding for souls so I can get better stats. I've got enough for one level. I want to try to get enough for at least two levels. So I need to get about 27,000. Start with that. It shouldn't take too long. I'll probably put those towards my intelligence versus putting it towards, because I need to do 5 more levels of attunement. So I'll probably put those towards attunement so I can get that one out of the way. So yeah, I've been neglecting Dark Souls a bit lately. That's because I get into modes and moods when it comes to video games. Some games I will spend a fair amount of time playing. Outside of streaming them. And I'm kind of getting towards what I'm going to do on Thursday. Let me see this. So yeah, this coming Thursday is the day that Horizon Forbidden West releases, around 11 p.m. So around that time, I will be streaming Horizon Forbidden West. I have not seen much of anything for that game. I've been looking forward to it for a while, ever since it was announced. So I'm going to be, every Thursday, at least for a while, I will be playing Horizon Forbidden West. I will continue to play Dark Souls, though, at least until I beat it. Probably save this one for either not every Tuesday or anything, because honestly, Tuesdays are kind of up in the air for me right now. Plus, I do hang out with my mother on Tuesdays, and that's just how things go for me. Hello, and welcome to the stream.
I shaved my beard and look in the movie, I exactly look like the Doomslayer.
Nice. Now, when I trim down, I look more like Aragorn or Qui-Gon Jinn in some ways. Yeah, actually got long hair. My fiance Harper, she loves my hair the way it is, so that's why I keep it as long as I do. So yeah, it's kind of be a grindy stream again. For me, that's usually what happens in the Soulsborne style games. I get very grind heavy because I want to be as over leveled as possible for the end game. That's just how I do things. I mean, sure, I could probably continue on the main story and at my current set level, but I want to be able to not have to worry so much about enemies coming in and fighting. Or, you know, having to deal with bosses and all that. I apparently got a very young face whenever I'm not quite a straight out baby face, but I've definitely got a young face. When I have my beard and stuff, people think I'm in my, well, they think I'm in my 20s. I'm in my 30s. So I take that as a compliment. And some people think I'm like, I've had somebody say that I was like 17 or 18 at one time, I think it was. It's been a while since I got that statement. Or that confusion from somebody. But I don't see it. Then again, I've looked at my face my entire life, so... Hello and welcome to the stream. I do apologize for a very grind-heavy stream again. But, it is what it is. Find a better grind location in this game.
I can do the Doomslayer and Doom do it.
Nice. Unfortunately for me, I hurt my throat earlier. I was listening to a heavy metal cover of Owl City's Fireflies. I actually enjoy Owl City quite a bit. And as a result, the way I actually did the gravelly voice and song, or singing, and I can do it, it's just after one song, my throat is basically shot. I'm not used to doing it. I need to practice more so I get to that point where I can do that without hurting myself. Almost sort of Wilhelm scream in there. Yeah, I've been using this spot. It's one of the... not a good spot. It's a decent spot for grinding. I mean, you get about 1,000 souls per run. Ish.
Yeah, I did know the company who made the Doom 2005 were the one who made the game Doom 3.
Yeah, it was all the same company. It was Bethesda the entire time, if memory serves correctly. id is the other one, and actually, the place I used to work, the exact store I used to work at, one of the guys who worked for id actually shopped with me, and I would discuss Doom 2016 with him all the time, and tell him how far I'd gotten in my run on while playing that one. Yeah, the movie wasn't bad. It wasn't all that great because it was based on the third iteration of the video game, which played more like a murder mystery, and so that's the way the movie was done. Up to an extent, you didn't really have as much of the enemies showing up in the game. I mean, if you played on higher difficulty, it started getting harder, and you'd see more of the enemies show up. But I think they kind of put it like a base easy run on the number of enemies that were showing up in the movie, in a way. But the way they handled the first-person mode, even though it was a brief few minutes of video, it wasn't bad. It wasn't ideal, but it wasn't bad. And yes, I did enjoy watching it. It's more of an entertainment thing for me, less about accuracy. I've gotten to where when it comes to video games...
The first time I was scared about 5 times and I actually died 10 times cause Doom 3 felt different than every Doom game.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's funny is that my dad, I was actually watching him one day play Doom 3, and one of the skulls came flying in, hit him from the side, and I actually saw my dad jump while playing the game. That was when I was in my teens. So for me, that was hilarious. I almost keeled over laughing my butt off at my dad jumping from a video game. Now, granted, I do it too when I get surprised, but hey, everybody does. But I'd never seen it happen to my dad before. Because, like you said, he had been playing Doom 1 and Doom 2 for so long that he wasn't used to the way things were being played in Doom 3. Even I have issues with it. I don't like the fact that in Doom 3 it was so much... It was like combining a horror shooting game with an adventure game where you had to go and find codes and information and to unlock all these things, and it didn't feel Doom enough for my tastes. I've played it I actually have it on my Switch. I do play it periodically on there. I haven't played in quite some time because, you know, I've been busy between work, streaming, and...
From Doom 1, 2, and Doom 20116
Hang on, I didn't hear all that. Oh yeah, they definitely took the original designs of the demons from Doom 1 and 2 and upgraded them for 2016 and Doom Eternal. Specifically I think they took more of the ones from Doom 1 in 2016 and then upgraded them to match more a updated style. And then in Doom Eternal, they brought those same demons back, those same models, upgraded them just a little further, tweaked them a little bit more, and then added new ones from Doom 2. Which makes sense. Doom 2016 was a reboot of the whole franchise of the Doom game. And personally, I enjoyed playing, even though I was playing on Nightmare mode like an idiot on Doom 2016, and I did beat the game. I beat the game in Nightmare mode. Don't get me wrong, it took a long time. It took a lot of videos. Would you frickin' stop that? Frick you. I enjoyed playing it. I hated every minute, but at the same time, I enjoyed it. I was constantly frustrated in Nightmare mode because honestly, my FPS gaming skills are kind of lackluster in my book. However, as I get used to playing a game, I'll get better and better. I didn't play Doom 2016 enough to really get good at it, but that's more on me. I did buy extenders for my remote so that I could actually have more accurate fire, especially in the instances of trying to snipe enemies. I am very much a gameplay person that likes to be able to hide and take enemies out from, you know, cover. I'm very much a sniper. Can I do it in other games, like say Call of Duty or anything like that? I've never tried. But in Horizon Zero Dawn, that was the main way I played the game. I would hide in the tall grass. If I had a bandit camp to deal with, I would hide as much as possible and try to clear the entire camp through stealth. And you'll see that I did that even in my ultra-hard playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, which I did complete last year. Took a lot of videos to get through, a lot of hours of work, but it was worth it. That's the second time I've beaten Horizon Zero Dawn, technically. Again, it's one of my favorite games, and I'm looking so forward to being able to play Horizon Forbidden West starting Thursday. I keep talking about it, but I've been as I said before, I've been looking forward to this game ever since they announced it coming to it being in development. There's very few games that I've actually played where I was so looking forward to the sequel. Honestly, Pokemon games are one of them, and Harper and I have been enjoying playing Pokemon Legends Arceus lately. We both enjoy the change of pace in the game, and the fact that it takes on more of the actual researcher role that you kind of expected to get when you're handed the Pokedex in the first games. You know? Where you were supposed to go out and research the Pokemon, not just see them and catch them. You actually had to take time in Legends Arceus. You have to take the time to complete research tasks in order to unlock the full information on each Pokemon, which honestly makes the game so much more fun. And I hope they continue with that style in the future. I don't mind going back to the old way periodically, or if you want to like redo a game, like they did for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Didn't wind up getting those. I wanted to, just didn't get around to it, didn't have the money.
Asking and wanted to know who voiced the Doomslayer, but I see it to voice the character.
Oh, definitely. If you don't have the right tone to voice, it's hard to match any character. I am, in my own mind, an amateur voice actor. I don't do it much. I do various voices, mainly for Harper, and I do a few here on the channel if I feel comfortable doing it. Usually it's going to be on a video that I don't have anybody showing up on. If you ever go back to some of my older videos, there was a few games I played where I did try to voice over the characters myself, because they didn't have, it was just pure text and I was reading for you guys. One of the games was called Revenant Saga. I only got a couple into that one. I think maybe 2 or 3 videos into that one. It's been a while since I played it. And I was voicing every character, at least trying my best to do so. Luckily for me, it was late at night, and nobody was showing up for my streams at the time, so I felt more comfortable doing it. But yeah, the problem for me is that because I like to do voices at home, a certain someone likes to put me on the spot when we're out and about and try to get me to do voices for people. I don't know if she heard me, but that does happen actually at times. She must be half asleep. She's walking away. On a different note, I've learned that I am a panic roller in this game. That's why I like to be over-leveled for any encounter in the game, so that as things go along, I don't feel the need to panic roll so much. One of my gaming flaws. I will get back to doing the maze build for you guys soon. Probably won't start that one again until... Well, since I'm playing Dark Souls today, I'm changing things around on my scheduling. I had a set schedule of what games I played when, and I kind of went off schedule because I started playing Dark Souls 3 and just got sucked into playing the game and didn't want to play anything else at first. So I've had to force myself to go back to my scheduling of what games I played when. And usually Soulsborne or Souls-like games I play on Tuesdays. I play platformers on Mondays, so tomorrow I'll be playing Hollow Knight for you guys, and hopefully you'll join me for that video. Hollow Knight is very much a game I've started to enjoy. It's not easy. It's easy to get stuck and and can be difficult to figure out where the heck you need to go next in that game without a game guide. I kind of got myself stuck because what I've been trying to do is I'm trying to grind for Geo so that I can get a particular item. I want to get a hold of the lantern. That way I can go into the dark areas and not have to worry about, being able to see. But I do enjoy that game. I was originally playing Death's Gambit on Mondays because it is a Soulsborne platformer. Straight up. The only difference is that it doesn't have it. How do I put this? You don't lose your currency in the game if you die. That's the only difference. But it's very Soulsborne and roguelike. Well, not really roguelike. It's more of a straight Soulsborne platformer. The only thing you have to go back for is your healing item, which are called Phoenix Stems or Phoenix Feathers. The reason I stopped playing that one is because I hit a wall. And I'm going to wind up having to start that one over if I want to have a chance at completing the game. Wait for it. Knew that was coming. Hello and welcome to the stream. Actually, I have 5 people on. That's awesome. And I'm going to apologize to you guys again that I am kind of doing a grindy stream today of me just kind of running back and forth, gathering souls, and chatting with you guys. I just want to get enough souls to where I have a couple more levels. But I'm going to put these more towards attunement rather than towards vigor, which is what I was working on before. I have a set number I want for 3 different stats in this game so that I can keep going.
I miss the old days, but life moves on.
Yeah, a lot of people do miss the old days. Heck, I miss the old days of being able to go wherever I wanted without having to have some sort of mask or anything on. It's not too bad anymore. I mean, I live in Texas, so most of that stuff has kind of gone away. But you adapt, and you keep going. Almost to enough to get 2 levels of attunement. I remember that helps with my spell slots.
I miss the old day. I remember watching Jurassic Park, and also I play Halo 1 the first time.
Oh, the 90s and the early 2000s, yeah. Halo 1 first came out in the early 2000s. Jurassic Park came back in the 90s. I think it was a 96 film? I remember how old I was when I first watched it. I'm actually surprised my parents let me go see it. They took me to go see Jurassic Park and Lost World. I loved dinosaurs, still do. I love dinosaurs. I used to do research on things like that. There was a brief period of time where I wanted to be a paleontologist. Never did pan out for me, but I moved on from that to wanting to be a veterinarian, and I almost did that.
Jurassic Park came 1993 and I was a dinosaur expert.
Nice. Oh, I was the one who, in my family, could pronounce all these really complex Saurian names without even stumbling. I didn't realize until, for the first Jurassic Park, my favorite dinosaur was the Dilophosaurus, aka the spitter, as some people called it. I called it Dilopha because I knew the name. And I enjoyed that movie, even though it was somewhat scary at times as a kid. So in '93, I was... Oh, shoot. I'm 34 now, if you guys can figure that out. 93. I was probably about 6 when I first watched Jurassic Park. 6, 7-ish. Honestly, it's probably a good thing they softened the film in ways, because, especially Lost World, they had to soften things up a bit because there's some really scary scenes that apparently occurred in the books. The waterfall scene in Jurassic World, where you see...
Jurassic World, and great news, they brought back the old cast to
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, to get everybody to come back that's always hard to do for some films, to get all the actors who were in the first film to come back. I don't remember all the actors' names. Jurassic World, though, was pretty good. I didn't watch... I haven't watched the second one yet. I enjoyed the first one.
Actor Sam Neill was from the first film. He played as Dr. Grant.
Thank you. I always forget his name. Sam Neill is the one... I just remember his main character as Dr. Grant because for me, as a kid, that's the only character I knew he played. So I just thought of him, and for the longest time, I just thought of him as Dr. Grant. That's the only way I could remember who he was. But I've also seen him in other films since then, of course. Good actor. Of course, Jeff Goldblum playing Dr. Ian Malcolm. Actually, on that note, a few years back, I played StarCraft Online, the original StarCraft, and I was terrible. I'll be honest. I love third-person or RTSs. I love real-time strategy games. My dad is the reason that I got into those. I used to help him.
Yes, Sam Neill is the best actor, and he is from New Zealand.
Oh, nice. I've noticed there's a lot of good actors that come from New Zealand, or at least in that general area of the world. as I was saying, the mission or the map that I played on was a Jurassic Park based map. Of course, instead of having dinosaurs, you had the Zerg taking the place of the dinosaurs, and my dumb butt got stuck as Dr. Ian Malcolm. So, needless to say, I mean, technically speaking, Dr. Malcolm did survive the whole incident, but I didn't. I failed. We all got wiped out. Bad. It was terrible. That's one of the reasons I don't play online games with people a lot, is because, or do online gaming much. Especially competitive stuff, because I am terrible at it. I freely admit it, I'm not good. I have to get lucky. Like I did the other day, last week, whenever I had somebody invade my playthrough of Dark Souls 3, and I just happened to go down the ladder at the right moment, and they fell off said ladder and died. So that was actually pretty good. That's my first PvP incident in pretty much any game that I've played. At least.
Yeah, in Jurassic Park 3, the Spinosaurus survived, I think, cause I really wanted him to be in Jurassic World.
Technically speaking, the Spino would have survived, although that was a modified Spino, which would make sense as to why it was as big as it was. In fact, the T-Rexes in Jurassic Park were technically not the size they were supposed to be, or the first T-Rex. Yeah, the T-Rexes in Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park Lost World were technically bigger than they should have been. It was the Mega T-Rex, or something like that, that was the basis of their design, which is the largest T-Rex fossils they've ever found. Although, in actuality, that's probably an adult T-Rex, and the ones they found beforehand were all juveniles, or at least adolescents. Which has actually been confirmed in a lot of cases. A lot of paleontologists have had to admit that some of the dinosaurs that they have named turned out to be younger versions of other previously known dinosaurs. One prime example is the Pachycephalosaurus favorites from Jurassic Park Lost World. The chrome dome dinosaur that rammed itself into the side of a car and broke a guy's ribs. That one had a couple other dinosaurs prior to it, one of which being a more recently just named what is called Dracorex hogwartsia, which was turned out to be a juvenile, or it was a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. And then there was the Stygimoloch, which was the interim, which is adolescent.
He was in Jurassic World too, if you didn't notice.
Oh, I know about him. I remember him. He was in the first early scene where they first showed that. Well, not really early scene, but one of the earlier scenes after Dr. Grant and them arrived on the island when they were doing the tour, and he's the one that was showing them the raptors that had just hatched, or that were hatching. So he was briefly in the first Jurassic Park film, and then he went on to work in Jurassic World. So yeah, I remember him. Okay, I have enough for 2 levels. So let's head to Fire Lake Shrine.
Rip Richard Attenborough, the actor who did great in the first Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah. If memory serves correctly, he was the one that played Um, oh, I'm gonna kick myself. Oh, man. I know the name of the character, and I've lost it. Oh, damn, that's not fun. John Hammond. If I remember correctly, he's the one that played John Hammond.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart. Very well. Then touch the Ignari.
Seriously, I need more.
Farewell,
Alright,
Ashen
let me
One.
go back. I was wrong. I needed even more than I thought. Yeah, it always sucks whenever an actor for a series passes before the series is done. Granted, they thought they were never going to do a Jurassic Park or a Jurassic film again. There was teasing. I had a friend's dad when I was in high school that kept on claiming, oh yeah, they're working on Jurassic Park 4. And all the characters who were in the first one, they've wound up dead. It's like, he was being a jerk. There's actually a dinosaur named Attenboroughsaurus, which I don't know if it was named after David Attenborough or Richard Attenborough. Probably after Richard, because David's still around.
I watched it when I was 5 years old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it always sucks when an older actor passes. I mean, heck, one of my favorite actors passed not that long ago, and that was Sean Connery. And I had actually planned on doing a video of Skyrim, or a video series on Skyrim. I'd probably be pre-recording it or doing something like that. If I was going to stream it, I would be turning off all comments, let you guys kind of chat amongst yourselves, but you wouldn't be able to chat with me because I was going to be doing a whole bit of basically the story I was coming up with, and I don't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to use my best Sean Connery impersonation to play as though, if you ever watched Dragonheart, he voiced the dragon in the first Dragonheart film, Drago. I was going to play as though I was Drago, reborn in the world of Skyrim as an Argonian, and having to deal with that BS. But ever since Sean Connery passed away, I just didn't feel like doing that. It just didn't feel right anymore. So that series that I wanted to do for so long is just never going to happen now. I may feel comfortable doing it at some point, but as of right now, that's not going to happen. I do plan on playing Skyrim for you guys at some point, though. Maybe do it as a Nord, or, you know, do something. I'll have to admit, though, I do actually enjoy playing female characters. I actually had in Elder Scrolls Oblivion, I had, and it's not just because I like watching the female avatars butts wiggle. I'll have to admit, though, sometimes it is rather mesmerizing.
Rip to Pete Posse he played as the hunter in the first Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he the one that said, "Clever girl"? Or was that somebody else I'm thinking of? The one who got his face bitten off by a raptor. Hey Logan, how you doing?
Remember how he was saying his procedure lasted till the other one was looking at him and then he got it.
Yep, that's the guy that's got the famous line, "Clever girl." And it was the alpha female raptor that took him out too. I did like that in 3 they showed the male raptors having feathers. That was a kind of a cool change of things. They kept the females smooth, but the males they changed up a bit. Which would make sense. It would stand to reason that there would be a difference. In the animal kingdom, sexual dimorphism is a huge thing. There's usually some sort of difference between male and female in the animal kingdom. Usually. There's a few options where there's no clue. Penguins being one of them. Except under certain species, I think.
One. Speak thine.
I could be wrong, though. No, they all look pretty much the same. Just a different species.
Very well. Then touch take Nari.
It's going to take me 14,000 souls to get another level. 14,535 souls. Holy crap. Alright, so I've done at least some of that.
May the flames guide thee.
I'm checking another area. I can either go to Faron Keep or Cathedral of the Deep.
In the new movie they got a Giganotosaurus.
Ooh, Giganto? Oof. Giganosaurus, that was one of the biggest theropods, if memory serves correctly. And let's see what we're talking about. Was it a theropod or was it a... Oh, they actually got the Brachiosaurus head wrong. So the Brachiosaurus you saw in... It wasn't a... Yeah, they had it wrong. The Brachiosaurus actually looks more like a Diplodocus. Faron Keep, or I guess Cathedral of the Deep, or Faron Keep. Let's head to the Faron Keep for now. Honestly, for the longest time, I didn't realize that Samuel L. Jackson was in Jurassic Park. But then again, back then, I didn't pay attention worth a damn when it came to actors and what roles they played.
In the movie that shows the ending, it's gonna be the Trex versus the Giganotosaurus.
A Rex versus a Giganto? Oof. Now, considering the size of a Giganto, that's going to be hard for a Rex to handle. Don't get me wrong, I think the Rex could probably do it, but Gigantos are pretty tough. At least by my estimate. Yeah, and you know what they had to deal with back in the that time period? Big honkin' sharks. The actual original, if you've ever read, I know a lot of people have heard about the Meg, the film, but it was a thriller book first. Very good book. Steve Alton is an awesome author. Does his research on the various creatures he wants to incorporate into whatever story he's creating. In the case of the Meg, he did all the research to figure out possible ways it could have the Megalodon could have survived. And in the book, the prologue featured a Megalodon. Actually, it featured a T-Rex that wound up going for a swim. And, well, let's just say poor T-Rex figured out exactly why big old dinosaur don't belong in the ocean. At least that kind of dinosaur didn't belong in the ocean. Oh, prism stone. Interesting. Titanite shard, nice. That was close. Trying to stay out of the gunk. There's something up there. I'll eventually have to go that way. Hopefully it loops round.
Also there was a huge whale which was 4500 pounds of tons and it was called the Leviathan. It was way stronger than the Megalodon.
The largest species of whale, the Leviathan, aptly named from the Leviathan of the Bible, which was a creature that swallowed Jonah. That's where the story of Jonah and the whale came from. It was a really big whale that wound up swallowing him. And Leviathan was the name of the creature. There's a lot of... but the largest fish, bony fish to ever exist in the ocean was a creature... it was Leeds Ichthys. Frick, I just got poisoned all the way. Damn it.
Yeah, I heard that.
Existed... The weird thing is the only fossil they have is from the fin. A single fin. And it took forever to piece that thing together. It's like the world's worst jigsaw puzzle. Or most frustrating one. What did I find anyway? I think I found a shield.
Trust me mate, the ocean is way dangerous than you think it was. The swap is so hard.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I fully respect the ocean. My dad was in the U.S. Navy, so for me, I learned a lot about the dangers of being in the ocean. I have full respect for those that... My dad's also a dive master, so yeah. There's that too. I really wish I would learn something like that from a frick. What is that? Oh, lovely. It's got wings. Or at least flippy flappy bits. Ooh, frick. Okay. Do I have anything to get rid of this poison? There we go. Get up a little bit at least. Okay, so 2 bursts is enough to take those guys out. Good to know. Oh look, a furnace. There's a forge here. Nice.
Good thing the Megalodon was never alive. If it was, we all will be doomed.
I would definitely recommend reading the Meg. The possibility of it being alive, I could see how it could be possible, but the likelihood of it being around still is very slim. The film was okay. Don't get me wrong, Jason Statham played the main character pretty well, but they turned the film from being a thriller to an action film. Which, honestly, it didn't lend itself really well to that option. Still entertaining, but it strayed too far from the source material. At least for my tastes. And I'm saying this as a fan of Steve Alten. They didn't do the book justice. It was good, but it just wasn't good enough. Luckily for me, I am very much forgiving in the fact that so long as there's some entertainment value, I'm okay with watching the film. Harper and I went and saw it, and yeah, it was okay. There's more glowies around here. I hate the poisoning. Poison is probably one of the most irritating ailments in games like this. We have some poison buildup. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon. As soon as I find another campfire. I don't have any armor that reduces poison buildup, do I? Surprisingly, actually, I do. It's terrible armor, but I mean, it's got higher poison resistance. The worker hat seems to do pretty well. So let's see if the worker garb does as well. Oh, the cleric garb definitely does some serious. I take that back. The worker garb seems to be the best when it comes to resisting poison. All right, I'm gonna switch out my armor. I want the poison resistance now. I really need to have it. I have to deal with this fact that it's not going to be perfect, but hey. Again, not ideal, but this will help. At least a little bit. Should allow me to go through the poison a little bit easier. Nope, that's building up faster. That's building up so much faster. Okay. that didn't help me at all. Probably wasn't referring to... That's sad. It's supposed to have poison resistance, but yet I was building up poison damage so fast. Or the poison was building up really fast with the worker garb. So apparently, no, it's actually about the same. Never mind. I was wrong. I figure out where to go next. I don't want to just run off into the swamp and get myself killed. I do see that dude over there. The frick? Oh, you ugly. You feckin' ugly.
LOL, I don't know how was in 5'9". Back then I was 5 feet tall.
Well, my fiance informed me, and most of my coworkers have informed me, that I'm 6'2". I thought I was only 6 foot tall. My girl is 5 foot, though. Hi.
My friend is 6'5", but my principal is 7'2".
Jeez. Make me feel short. I have a good buddy of mine I used to work with. I think he's like 6'4". I still feel short next to him. Only 2 inches shorter than the guy, and I still feel short. Oh, I was supposed to extinguish these flames. Son of a bug. Oops.
"6'2" is the actual height of a space marine in Doom 3.
Go figure. Everybody's speculating on various heights for the guy. Well, that ain't a creepy image, is it? Now I gotta go backwards to get to the other thing. So I extinguish that flame.
The thing I hated about Doom 3 were the sprinting.
It's pretty understandable. Honestly, Doom games really don't need the main character to sprint. Not in my book, anyway. Alright, another cutscene. 2 down. I didn't miss one early on. No, I didn't. Got one more.
Yeah, also
Extinguished.
I think the new Doom Boy is coming the year 2025.
I mean, it could. I'm perfectly okay with the Doom. I actually enjoyed the first Doom film. Did I think it was worthy of being considered part of the Doom franchise? No, not really. But for what we got, it wasn't that bad. Don't know why people put so much hate on movies that don't follow, especially video game adaptation films, that don't follow the source material too faithfully. What do you expect? It's a movie.
Also, the people who hated the Doom 2005 movie were actually the Doom fans.
True. I was a huge Doom fan, but even still, I was okay with the film. I'm kind of one of the weird ones, I would have to say. If a film, even if it doesn't follow the source material too closely, so long as there's at least some slight accuracy, I'm okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, is what I'm saying. And honestly, I don't expect films to be perfect. Especially video game adaptations. Or movie adaptations of video games. Honestly, those are probably the ones that are most likely going to be flops when it comes to accuracy anyway. There's a sludge down there. I want to get the glowy things, but I don't want to get in the sludge. Ugh. No nice way to get to that thing, is there? I don't know if any of the glowy things are really worth it. Oh, great. Poison cloud. Of course. Oh, hey, there's a fire up ahead. Yay, bonfire.
I'm a Doom fan and it was good, you know, can't hate the OI, even they tried their best to paley the character they were told to do.
Exactly. A lot of people put a lot of hate on the actors for portraying the characters that they did, when in actuality it was just badly written. The film was poorly written. That's really where the flaw was. It wasn't in the actors' execution of playing their roles. it was on the part of the screenwriters. And I hate to say that because some screenwriters actually put in the time to do the research, and there probably was a chance of making it perfect. But again, nothing ever really is perfect, is it? I want that glowy over there. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be wrapping up here in just a moment. I need to get to bed. It's late here. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you like the content on this channel and you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications when we go live. And feel free to join us on our Discord server. There's a link in the description below. You can check out all the options we have going on there. Chat with me outside of stream. And if you guys want to talk with me about anything, I will do my best to respond to you guys in a timely manner on Discord. What'd you say? You too. I'll do my best to respond to you guys quickly, but if I'm at work, I can't do much about that. It's going to be a while before I'll be able to respond. But anyway, as always, y'all stay safe out there. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.